Well, French authorities continue searching for two brothers suspected of being behind that attack on a satirical Paris magazine yesterday that left 12 people dead. Today, a local Islamic group reached out to 21 Alive wanting to comment on that act of terror. Rochelle Spence joins us now with its response. Rochelle.
Well, Melissa, the president of Fort Wayne's Universal Education Foundation Islamic Center, or more simply UEF, says he condemns the attack, calling it both brutal and cowardly. Gohar Salam is a prominent surgeon in Fort Wayne who finds just as much pride in his work outside the office. In 2005, he started UEF, a Sunday Islamic school that he says is all about teaching students how to be both respected, practicing Muslims in countries like the U.S. where neighbors may not fully understand the faith. Like many, he suspects the killings happened because the magazine has a history of making derogatory references to Islam, among other religions. But he tells 21 Alive the vast majority of Muslims hope to uphold freedom of speech and are just as disgusted by these radical acts of violence.
I think it's time where people need to know that almost 99.9% of the Muslims are actually not what they get portrayed as. So unless people like us from Universal Education Foundation and these organizations speak up, people would not know.
And I think that's a very good point. I mean, the more Muslim groups like his speak up and voice their displeasure over these acts of terror, the more misconceptions about the religion are going to prevail.
Absolutely. And since UEF is such a prominent Islamic group, especially here in Fort Wayne, they just really wanted to go on the record and explain that even when speech is considered insulting and very derogatory, I mean, he says it never, ever justifies violence.
Right. All right. Interesting that he reached out, and we're glad to bring his perspective on this. Thanks, Rochelle.